Damn. This is some good shit.
What's up, everybody? Cadmus back at you with another multiplayer race and another one at Valencia. It's a coincidence, I'm telling you. But yeah, second multiplayer race vid I'm giving you here on Valencia. 50% race from Racedepartment. You saw the qualifying result. I completely messed up my quality lap. Started on primes, but it was raining, and I had a big mistake in one of the corners. And that's me, P11. Andrew Bort's opting to eat his dinner instead of qualifying, so he's starting from the back. And of course, thanks to Impulsive Player, he's known in the game for his footage. You'll see some of that, but let's get to the starting line here in P6. Careful, of course, trying not to bump anybody off, and I'm doing pretty well. Might get Devil Sixpence here on the left-hand side, but no, he breaks later. But still clean, almost goes too wide. There's a bit of a mishap in front of me. Maybe we'll see that a bit later with Impulsive Player's footage. All still clean for me. I have Yumpy diving down the inside of me. I'm sticking it to the inside, but I had nowhere to go. He spun, but he really left me nowhere to go. I was sticking to the inside as much as I could, but nothing too bad happened here. No damages or anything, so we're back on the race, but in P10, so a horrid start for me. Again, what can I do? He cuts right in front of me. And a sandwich going on, rammed into the wall. Yeah, it was a pretty messy start. Was not exactly happy with how that start went, I gotta be honest. But let's see how Impulsive Player start went. So he was in P3. I'm on the right back of him somewhere at that point, I guess. Good start for Impulsive Player. Lots of wheel spin though in first. Maybe he's using auto gears, I'm not sure. Little bump to FGT Vliet, I guess we'll call him. FJT Vliet. Van Vliet, I guess. He's a Dutchman. But nice start here, still in P2. But there's Kriska coming up around the outside, and he passes him. So in P3 again for Impulsive Player. There you saw a little bit in his back view, the incident with the Yumpy. Still in P3. Good start for Impulsive Player, I gotta say. Manages to keep it clean through here. Keeps his third place, keeps it nice and tight through this corner. Votable Fox is showing up in the little mirror behind him. Well, mirror, yeah, kind of in the mirror, I guess. I'm surprised how well the footage works out. Major props for sending me that. If you guys fraps a race I'm in, make sure to send me to it. I can do fancy schmancy stuff like that, like popping it out, and then you can follow his race in the back. So here he gives a little bump to Kriska. That wasn't exactly clean, but that shit happens. It was just a bit of underbraking, clearly not intentional. But gotta be very careful on the brakes. And now I am starting my fight up from the pack. P9, so we got rid of James. No, I don't think, no, we weren't behind James yet. Get a good drive out of the exit. Behind Elite CHS, and this mistake is what really costs me the race. Not the shenanigans on the first corners, but the underbraking. Completely missed my braking going for the chicane. Not focused enough, and that gets me stuck behind James. And yep, just trying to find a way past. While up top we see Impulsive Player still holding on strong to his P3 after the first lap coming around. And I'm just trying to hound James here into a mistake. Valencia, very tricky track to overtake. This is a very difficult overtaking spot. You could outbrake people here, but it's very risky with that barrier. You know, you could dive down the inside. Not here, I'm too far behind, but it's very risky. Very much risk putting yourself and the other guy into the wall. This one's a very risky overtaking spot too. I see many people diving down the inside here, but they often seem to forget that there's another right-hander right behind it, and that's where a lot of shit happens. You know, people have the speed on the inside, but then they don't leave you any room to take your corner, you know. So here we're behind James. He's in a little fight with Elite CHS, and we're trying to go around the outside, and it seems to be working. And a little nudge into the wall, nothing too big. Pretty miraculous my wing doesn't get taken off here. But yeah, still behind, and I'm losing precious time here. All due respect to James and Elite in front of him, but I feel I'm faster on this track than what I'm doing now. I feel I got at least 2 seconds, but gonna be a bit of a fight. But let's hop back to Impulsive Player's cam. So on the same lap, on lap 2, a little bit ahead of where I left off, of course. Oh, well, a good few seconds. Can't even see me on the mini-map on this straight here. And he makes pretty much the same mistake I do, be it less severe, and, well, no, in another corner. So I always keep messing up these 2 corners after the long straight. Always confuse him, but that's where he messed up. Went too deep into that chicane, and that gives Votable Fox the way through on the exit through the second long straight, which I always keep confusing. If I'm not focused enough, I'm not sure if this is the chicane or the hairpin. And that's, yeah, it goes way too wide, and that has to leave Fox through. And that's where he cut off, but he had to leave Fox through. Working with his footage, of course. Again, trying around the outside of James. A little nudge on Elite. Going slow. I'm losing precious time, and it's even harder if you're behind a battling pair, of course. There I see a gap opening up between them, and I dive in it. There's a little sandwich Virgin Mercedes, and didn't get what Elite was driving in. But brake early enough, make sure not to bump into James. And trying to take the inside line. Good little battle. James making his car nice and wide, as he should. Very slow through this section. Almost bump into him. I'm usually much faster through this section. Of course, there were yellow flags waved. That means the person ahead of us must have had a little shunt. So right of James to slow down there. If you don't, you're liable to get a penalty sometimes. Sometimes you get penalties out of nowhere for ignoring yellow flags. So you're better to lift off a little bit in any case. Now we're right on this gearbox. Am I going to try the risky pass I mentioned earlier, or am I just going to be content for now with putting pressure on James and hoping he's going to make a mistake? Goes a bit wide there, but I don't capitalize on it. It has good drive out of this corner. And just popping up on the inside and remembering that there is an exit. There was a bit of contact with James, but nothing too big here. And still right behind him, putting him under heaps of pressure. Well, in the meantime, Elite is on my ass, so this is not a comfortable sandwich to be in. I'm just making sure my little white arrow is popping up behind James the whole damn time, trying to pressure him into a mistake or getting a good drive out of here. This might be it. We're right on the gearbox already. I have a feeling I'm running lower wings than James is. And there we go. Makes his defensive move, so I go round the outside. Clean pass. James is squeezing me just a tad too much here, I must say. He made his one defensive move. There's no going back after you made a one defensive move. But I get past James here. And we got our buddy, our co-cameraman, I should say, Impulsive Player ahead of us. Still quite a distance ahead. See on the minimap. Lost a lot of time already in P3. Finally a little bit of clean air here as we try to go and catch up. But of course, James is not giving up that easily. Still see the little white arrow behind me, of course. And now we'll see if he was deliberately slow. Honk if you like boob sign. So make sure you look on the left. That's our good man, Impulsive Player. That's him. Not rubbing it in at all, of course. Just having some good, clean fun. I don't want to make too many judgments on what happened. I found this was a pretty clean race overall. No need to create any drama over it. You know, there's always going to be little contacts like that. As long as nobody has severe damage or loses many seconds from it, it's all good in my book. You know, a little bit of touching is, you know, even in real F1, they bang wheels from time to time. Without breaking shit. So, yep. Impulsive Player gifted us that spot with a little spin. Didn't see what happened. It wasn't in his thing. But now we're jumping back to his cam. And I think Jumpy liked the boob sign. Because there's Impulsive Player, P10. And that's Jumpy right in front of him. Who is going to... Oh, show me the boobs! Show me the boobs! Oh my god, and it leaves room here on the inside. Nice move by Impulsive Player, nice move, but oh, a bit overexcited here, going out a bit wide again, and that puts Jumpy right back on his ass. And he realized he's been fooled in a taxi. Yeah, I know, very lame jokes, but, you know, I was bored. Took me a while to edit this up. Jumpy's running without a front wing. That's weird. Must be a graphical glitch on Impulsive's game, because... or maybe the damage was set to cosmetic. I don't know. I mean, I was racing without assist, but seems pretty clear that Impulsive is running auto gears. I mean, or he's just revving it too much if you're looking at it. So this was a custom difficulty race. Everybody could run whatever you wanted. As always, no assists. Can't drive any other way. Little wheel banging here with Elite, but that leaves Jumpy through. He's pissed. Where were the boobs, man? Where were the boobs? I didn't see the boobs. And he goes straight past, but he goes wide. Is this going to give Impulsive an opportunity? He's got a better drive here out of this corner. But no, he's not lacking in top speed. If he's brave on the brakes, he might get Jumpy here back. But he's a bit too brave on the brakes, and he goes wide. That leaves Jumpy through yet again. Nope, not through. Yes, it is through. There we go, back in P10 for Impulsive. It's a difficult race for him this time, but looking like he's been having some good battles there with Jumpy and Elite. They've been pretty close to each other over lap 4 here, and they're still really pretty much on a handkerchief. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a sip here. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this kind of fitting. You know, if other guys have fraps material, I'm gonna try to make a bit of a race at it. Oh, and a big mistake here for Impulsive. Oh my god, that's gonna put him way back. James seems to have made a similar mistake because he hasn't passed him yet. Maybe he would later. I'm not sure. So here we are back on lap 5. I finally caught up to the back of Misok. Bumps a little bit into the wall, but doesn't seem to take any damage from it. But I'm getting a good drive out of it. No, I'm not. I'm spinning almost. Using the good old brake slam trick to get through there. Putting the engine back on fast. As you know, if you've watched my latest Valencia League race vid, gotta be careful not running out of fuel on Valencia. It's always tricky, this track, so really need to balance your revving, you know, short shift from time to time, and don't run on fast the whole time. A bit sloppy through that final section here. And we're going to try to do the same as we did to James, putting on some pressure, trying to force the mistake at some point. But at this point, I'm 30 seconds behind the leaders or something. We might see it show up here. FJ Chivan Vliet. Yep, 30 seconds behind him. So the race win's pretty much out of the books. But that doesn't mean I can't fight to claw my way up on the podium. Right on the gearbox again of another car of Misok, fighting my way through the field. Those are fun races too. It's not always about the win. It's always about, you know, just having fun, having some good clean battles with people. So I was enjoying this pretty well. These first couple of laps, had to really work my way through. Valencia's not a track where you easily overtake, as I said before. It's not as wide as other tracks, and again, I feel I'm quicker than Misok, but I want to do it clean. So you gotta, you know, bide your time and look for a good moment. Wait for a mistake from Misok, or outbrake him when you're next to him, but no kamikaze diving down the inside moves. That's good to do with the AI, but try to avoid that online. And here he makes a mistake. I go wide a bit too, but I go less wide than he does. And I spin, oh my god, but looks like Misok had a similar misadventure, because he's not exactly on my ass. And a sloppy pass, both of us making mistakes at pretty much the same point, but I make a little less big of a mistake than Misok, and I'm through. So now we're on the wing, or trying to get on the wing of Devil Sixpence, lap 9, so it took me 3 laps to catch back up to him. That must be one of the option starters. As you see, I started on the primes, who came into the pits. You saw the little dot here, that's Votable Fox. So he started on the options. Oh, and I don't know what happened there. Not much I could do to avoid. He had a little spin, slow down. But again, no damage from either of us, and that puts us past Devil Sixpence. That's it. So now we're on lap 10, and I'm finally in P4. But look at where the leaders are. Oh my god! That's gonna be an uphill fight. 24 seconds behind FJ Chivan Vliet. So either he pitted or I gained some time on him while chasing Sixpence, and Kriska 17 seconds ahead. So, well, I'm going to have to claw back almost a second a lap on Kriska. And yeah, that's definitely how I felt. Finally some clean air. And my race was very boring from then on. But again, a big battle with Jumpy for Impulsive Player. So those guys definitely been going at it. We're on lap 14 for him. And those guys definitely going at it the whole race. You saw him pass Jumpy right there. Misok is that Misok ahead of him? 7 seconds. He seems much closer. Maybe that's someone who just lapped them, or someone they are lapping. I'm not sure, because that dot you see on the minimap is not 7 seconds ahead. But a big battle with Yumpy, trying to keep it together here on this corner, nailing the braking, and that's why it's always so nice. Why it works often so well, putting pressure on people. They're really stressing on their braking. And that's where you usually have your best opportunities, just forcing the other one wide, not by ramming into his ass, but just by putting the pressure on his ass. And you know, it's tricky. It's tricky while you're passing. You saw me doing a similar mistake, doing an overtake in the first lap and going way too deep into this, missing my braking point completely. On the back wing still here, Yumpy. But I think that's him we heard on the team radio chat. Was unhappy about something, it seems. Not sure if that was him though. Someone was complaining. He got right back on the gearing with Impulsive's little mistake here. Well, earlier. And bad traction coming out. And he squeezes through here, Yumpy. Gotta be a bit less enthusiastic, but still, like I said, no dramas. Nobody got hurt. Someone went wide there. That was Misok. Went wide, completely missed that corner. And he spins out. Oh my god. Oh, and the wing is gone for Impulsive Player, and that's pretty much not the end of his race, but the end of the fun for him. So it's maybe a bit too much excitement. Impulsive delivered us there. So that was the end of the footage I got from him. So thanks for that again. Hope you guys like it. Here's my pit stop, lap 19. The options, I mean, the front option isn't even yellow. I mess up the pit stop because I'm not used to driving the Mercedes. And all of a sudden, I found myself in the first pit stall, so I forgot to brake. And look at that helmet mod. Look how awesome it is. Quick Nick Heidfeld's helmet. Pretty damn awesome. Again, I didn't check who made it. But, yeah. Quick Nick. And that pit stop and the little fail I had, which cost me 2-3 seconds, puts Misok, who unlapped himself. And Votable Fox is the car you see just ahead of him. So, yep, putting me in a lot of hurt there. That little braking mistake in the pit box. I would have probably cleared those two if I hadn't made that mistake. So, Misok should be moving over anytime soon. Usually he had been doing that well before my pit stop when I lapped him. But, of course, you don't want to ruin your own race. Here he moves over to the side, but I go too wide myself. So I can't take advantage of this opportunity. But I'm losing precious, precious option time yet again. Here finally, I do get through on the straight. Misok trying to get a slipstream from me, which is all fair and square, you know. Trying to get the maximum out of it. It's not because you're getting lapped. You're not supposed to race people, but it's not bad. And, well, that wasn't too cool. He gave me a little nudge here, but again, no drama. Nothing bad happened there. And on the hunt for Votable Fox on lap 20 on fresh options. As we've seen, Votable Fox was on the primes. I must have made a mistake here, which I conveniently edited out. I'm not sure. But we're on lap 22, and I'm only now, after 2 laps, getting on Votable Fox's backside. But I have a clear advantage. I am on the options here. He's on primes. But I was really careful with my throttle moving. So my primes really, I think I could have even finished the race on the primes, but I wasn't going to sacrifice valuable option time, you know, of course. And here Votable Fox makes a mistake, goes wide, giving me an opportunity, stick it up the inside. No, he keeps a nice and tidy line. And that's where I missed the option. But he goes wide yet again under pressure. That gives me through. That gives me P4. So back in my P4 from before the pit stop. Let's look at the gap from the leaders. It's probably 40-50 seconds by now, including my pit stop now, of course. So, wow, that's almost a minute behind P1 and 45 seconds behind Mr. Boltz, who of course started from the back but had more success clawing his way through the field, getting up to P3. And too bad I don't have footage from him, but from what I heard, they had a pretty good battle up front. Between the 3 of them. You'll see the names change from time to time. So we're on lap 23. FJT Van Vliet is still in P1. Kriska's in P2. And Bortz is in P3. But only 10 seconds between P1 and P3. And then a sea of loneliness for me, really. So I'm basically just trying to crank out fast laps. You see I'm on the 140.107. And this is the penultimate lap. And flashing fuel light. Look at that. Yellow flashing fuel light. And if you've seen my other Valencia race, I was in a similar position. I was only 30 seconds behind the leaders. But here you see Andrew took the lead. But yeah, on the last lap, I was only 30 seconds behind the leaders. But they both ran out of fuel. Same position. Well, I was in P3 then. And actually won it on one of the last corners because they ran out of fuel. So, well, if you haven't watched it yet, I would say go watch it. But then I probably ruined the race results for you guys now. So I kind of shot myself in the foot there. But that's basically my only hope here now. Is to make sure, you know, one of them at least runs out of fuel. And I might be able to net myself a podium position. Which is more than I hoped for after that abysmal first lap. Like I said, that one mistake I made in that hairpin is what really did me in. That put me behind James, who was defending really well. Took me 1 or 2 laps to get past him. And then I really struggled. You know, you guys made your cars really nice and wide. Defended well. So lost me a lot of time. So all props to you guys for that. And thanks for the nice battles. So we're on the final lap. And Andrew Boards dropped from 1 to 3. So I'm like, ka-ching! Someone's running out of fuel. Looks like Van Vliet isn't, because he's still 47 seconds ahead. And look how close they are. Van Vliet and Kriska, 1 and 3. There's only not even a second behind P1 and 3. So that must have been one banger of a final lap. Too bad I'm not up there. Devil Sixpence desperately trying to avoid the lap by me, but gets it anyway. Shit happens. Messed up the edit. Might fix that. So, back on the last lap. Andrew Boards is running out. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for here. And he might just be. Or is that a lapped car? You see someone appearing on the mini-map. Cut that corner for some reason. What? What? My fuel light's turning red now too. We're on the last half lap. So might just make it. And that's a very slow moving car. And that's Elite CHS. He must have run out as well. FTG Van Vliet has crossed the finish line, but look at the gap to Andrew. It's only 10 seconds now. We're in the final section here. There's another slow-moving car. Is that another lapped car? Is it Mr. Boards? Is it Mr. Boards? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Goodbye. Wave goodbye, Mr. Andrew, Mr. Golden Boy. That's snatching P3 to podium position in the second to last corner. Kriska's run out as well. He's right ahead of us. But we're just running short, a second short of P2. That would have been a quite wonderful result, I must say. But still, like I said, pretty happy with P3. Let's see if Andrew managed to keep P4. Yes, he did. Votable Fox dropped behind a bit too much. So I want to thank anyone who was in this race. Thank everybody for watching this. So, as you saw, this was a Racedepartment.com racing club thing. If you like doing this, there's races for PS3, for Xbox, for PC. Everybody can go and race on Racedepartment.com. Just need to get yourself licensed. So sign up, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to see what I'm working on related to the F1 2010 vids. So until next time, thanks for watching and peace out.